Hey friends, it's Lisa Hetrick, illustrator for Gina K Designs, and I'm so grateful you could join me today. I have a brand new stamp set to share. Let's take a look. Okay, here we are. Here is Merry Everything, and this is a super fun stamp set. It's got lots of builder pieces in it and this big honkin' leafery tree that we're going to have so much fun playing with together. I've got a lot of inspiration to share and some videos that are coming up as well. So let's do a quick walkthrough of the stamp set, each element in the stamp set. There's also a coordinating die set that's available that also, this is probably my favorite die out of the whole stamp set. I've got this big honkin' die for the leafery tree. Okay, let's just set this aside a little bit and bring in the images so that we can walk through the images in the stamp set. So this is a really big triangular leafery tree, and it's super, super fun. You could do a lot of different techniques with it, but I've also got some of the pieces of leafery pulled out into individualized stamps that you can use in conjunction with this stamp set, and you can use them individually, and I'm going to show you how. We've got this big, beautiful star that's also a really, really nice pattern design element. And we've got some berries, of course, that just kind of help with the filler berries here that you can use with the leafery here, or we can use here. Lots of different options for it. A big honking shape, triangle shape that you can use with this piece, with the big leafery piece, and you can just kind of use it because all of these different elements fit inside of it. Super fun. Lots of different sized sentiments: peace, hope, Noel, and joy, merry and bright, and merry everything. These are all really, really fun sentiments, and they can be used with any stamp set in your collection. Here is the super fun pattern star two-step stamped element here. So we have the line art, the solid, and then when you put them together, you can get that element, the two-step stamping there. And these pieces right here, this piece and these pieces right here, are fantastic for creating pattern backgrounds for your holiday cards and beyond. Okay, so I've taken a quick walkthrough of all of the different elements, and these elements are large. You're going to see as we go through the inspiration that they fit the front of an A2 sized card. So there are some big honkin' stamps. I love it. And we also have the coordinating dies for, like I said, these two big honkin' stamps, and we've got the coordinating dies for our pattern pieces and our star. Okay, so the pattern piece, this die will fit both. So if you want to use these two elements separately, you can, and it fits our finished piece as well. Okay, so with one of the stars, this particular die will just cut a little closer than it will when you use that die for that star element. I also have all of the die pieces for the leafery, which makes it kind of fun because you can get that 3D effects with using it with your stamped leaf image, and you can use all of these dies to create the bigger pieces too. Okay, so we've got all of these. Okay, let's take a look at the inspiration for this stamp set. This card might be my favorite. It might be. I don't know. I have so many favorites in this set. Okay, this is the big honkin' leafery tree. And when you pair it up with the sentiments, merry and bright, you can pair it up with hope or joy. You can create the bottom of the tree, like the stem part of the tree, with the sentiment. It makes it super fun. I did a little bit of embossing here and a little bit of ink blending. I'm also going to share this week on this week's tutorial how we're going to do some watercoloring with this. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But this is a super fun card. Love it. Okay. Now, this card is another super fun card. I did that really big. You can see how big the piece sentiment is. It fits really nicely. I layered in some of the leafery elements here and also used that triangular background for the tree to just kind of nest some of these elements inside. So you have a bit of contrast here. You have elements that are raised up and you have some elements that are stamped in. And there's that big honkin' star that just kind of adds some really nice dimension without height to the card. And then I took the leafery and just did it upside down over here to kind of create this mod looking design, just a little bit of an abstract design to the whole card. One other thing I want to point out for this shape is that and I'm going to share this a little bit more in the tutorials, that it really makes a great flag shape. And paired up with the leafery, you could change up these colors for any season of the year, especially like we're going to do a little bit of a fall look to this in some of the tutorials I have coming up to just kind of show you how you can create some other elements using this holiday stamp set. Okay, just nerded out a little bit. Now I'm bringing in this super fun card. This is a brand new sentiment set that's coming out tonight in tonight's release, and I paired it up with that big leafery background, big honkin' leafery tree, and then just added that little bit of dimension there. Really clean and simple card. I actually channeled my inner Kathy Zilski for this clean and simple look. Dear friend, she's amazing with the clean and simple cards. I am not as always amazing with the clean and simple cards, but I really love the way this turned out. Love it. Okay, this card is another super easy, clean and simple card. It's a one-layer card using the leafery elements from the stamp set to kind of create that sort of like a mistletoe look or a wreath element that just wraps around really nicely around that Merry Everything sentiment. Clean and simple, but think about all the different things you could do with that leafery if you just changed the colors. And the really fun thing about the leafery elements is that you have some open line and you have some solid, so you can create some really interesting contrast with your card projects. Okay, I just had to do it. I'm not a big emboss girl, but I just had to share this card because I really wanted to show that leafery tree on top of some pink and do it in the gold embossing powder. And then here's that two-step star element behind it just to create a little bit of pattern background contrast. And we've got that mod kind of pattern look. These also are really, really beautiful if you want to nest them together to kind of create the look of snowflakes, some really interesting snowflakes. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that pattern, those pattern ideas in some upcoming tutorials. Okay, here is another sample card where I mishmashed and mixed up some watercolor and some gold embossing. You can see that gold embossing there, just for a little bit of pink and gold pop, and then put it on this tranquil teal cardstock for that extra bit of contrast. But what I want you to take a peek at is look at the joy, hope, and peace. Those sentiments fit in that shape really, really nicely. So you can do a mix of graphic images with our sentiments and the leafery elements to kind of create a different kind of holiday card look. Okay, I also have a brand new Merry Everything card idea sheet. Every month with every release with Gina K, I have a new card idea sheet for you. You can find this card idea sheet. You can head over to my website at indigojadeart.com and click on the freebies, and you will find all of my card idea sheets from every single release that I've had with Gina K Designs. But you can see there are 8 card ideas, and I did focus in here on some of the things that you can do with some of the patterns, how joy, hope, Noel, and peace just kinds of fits right in there in that graduated look. Super, super fun. I hope you really enjoyed this stamp set walkthrough, my first holiday release in the Gina K Designs collection. You can find this stamp set, Merry Everything, at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New section. I look forward to sharing more inspiration, card tutorials, and technique tutorials throughout the holiday season using this brand new stamp set and a bunch of other stamp sets in the new Gina K Designs holiday collection.